Never pretend to be another. I would never want to be another. I would not change who I am just to fit in. I am me. I am not perfect, but I'm working on myself. Working to become the best version of myself. I am working on myself to continue to expand my own self through my own work, in my own way. I am me.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, dolls and gents. This is Twitch-Godsbratt, and with me, I have the beautiful Felicia McCall of Main Squeeze Beauty with us tonight. And some of you, if you have been around the makeup community, you know Fifi. You know she is a beautiful spirit. You know she can slay a face. But most importantly, she got them hair units that make me want to invest. Good evening, Felicia. How are you, beautiful?
I am so happy to be here. Very excited. In other words, blessed and highly favored. I want to thank you for reaching out to me for this opportunity. And I can't wait to share my journey with everyone.
It is a blessing to have you. We met, I think, like maybe a year or two ago in the makeup streets, and our spirits just connected. Like, I fell in love with you, you fell in love with me, and it's just been that. And if I was a person that took care of hair units, because I get the cheap ones and I just toss them wherever, but if I was the one, because you make me want to invest.
Really? You look good in them, though. You look
Thank
good in
you.
them. You do.
But
I
uh,
can see you with a purple one. I can
girl, but
see
I
you.
do not take it. When I say I literally toss them off and throw them, that's what
Yeah.
I do, and I can't afford to do that.
No, girl, you got to protect your investment.
Exactly, exactly. So, Felicia, I want to talk about what was your background before Main Squeeze Beauty.
Well, I am a mother, right? First, I'm a mother. I was a single mom. I have two older kids. I have three altogether. But at the time I had two kids. I wanted to put my kids through college. So I
Mm-hmm.
worked as a manager for Walmart, which helped, with that blessing. I worked tirelessly actually. I made good money there, but it took everything away from me. I had no life and I wasn't really happy with what I was doing.
Mm.
So, you know, 20 years I was a retail manager for Walmart, and I started Main Squeeze Beauty in 2021, and I really could not give it my all because of the hours at the
Mm.
job,
Okay.
and my health started to falter because of the hours and the
Mm-hmm.
strenuous work. So I made a decision. I prayed about it first. Everything is God first. And I prayed about moving forward with Main Squeeze and just retiring my hat in the retail world. And I did. I took a leap of faith. And I am so glad that I did. I really am so excited. I just hope that today somebody gets out of this that if they want to do it, just do it. Don't hesitate. You cannot hesitate. You just have to go both feet in and just go for it. And that's what I've done.
One of my favorite sayings is, if you're going to pray, don't worry. And if you're going to worry, don't pray.
That's a fact.
And
I agree.
when you tell us, for those people contemplating making that move, because there's a lot of entrepreneurs now, but what was your thought process, and what would be your advice to anyone contemplating the move, like when they're stuck, like they want the safety of that steady paycheck every 2 weeks or every week? I know I'm going to get this paycheck, as opposed to I gotta jump out of here and do it on my own. What would you tell that person?
Well, I would say from my own personal journey, if you are working a 9 to 5, you want to position yourself that without that job you can still survive, if I'm making sense.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I positioned myself while I was working. I moved from Philadelphia to North Carolina. I bought my home outright, so I didn't have that to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
And my bills were very minimal, so I was able to retire um, comfortably, to put it into main squeeze where I don't depend on it. But for someone who has to depend on it, before you start this adventure, research is everything.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we see people, hey, Wanda's got a business and she's selling makeup and she's doing well. I can do it too. But we don't know Wanda's journey, and we don't know to what extent Wanda went through to get where she is. Being an
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneur is an everyday challenge.
Right.
Every day is a challenge. Wake up every day trying to be better than yesterday and compete only with yourself.
That part.
That is important. Don't look at what other people are doing, because when you do that, you will get discouraged and feel like you're failing. Nothing is a failure. Failure to me is a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
I have failed several times in my business, um, not knowing. But then I stopped and I started to research. Research, surround yourself with like minded women
Mm-hmm.
that are in business. Um, that's important. Building that community around yourself is very important, because you cannot do it alone. God first, and then you get your community, and you just have to stay consistent, even when the days seem dark. Like you're not gonna make it. You have to keep going. You have to
Mm-hmm.
reinvent yourself every single day. I feel like I have to reinvent myself. Yeah,
And you do a good job of it. I've watched you. I with me branching off and doing the different things that I'm doing, I'm not able to be as consistent as I used to be in watching the lives, but sometimes I'm peeping in from the outskirts, because with Respect the Crown, it's 13 of us and we try to support each other and the lives. And like you said, the first thing is I'm in competition with no one but myself.
that's right.
And my sisters, I'm not competing with them, we're collaborating.
I love that group of women. Y'all are amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
So we collaborate, we support each other, and it's no jealousy. Like, I love that I'm with a mature mindset, the mindset of the women, and you have to surround yourself with people of a like mindset, in my opinion.
You
You
have to.
know, you and so now you've been in business, you said, since 2021.
Yes, in September will be 3 years in business.
Mm-hmm. How
Yes.
did you start off with? Like, how many products did you start off with, and how many products do you have now?
Oh my goodness. So when I started the journey, it was about the trends, and that's something else too. Whatever you're doing, as far as your business is concerned, you have to stay updated with the trends. So
Mm-hmm.
when I started, headband wigs were the trend.
Mm.
Easy, convenient. Nobody had to worry about going to a hairdresser to get the wig on. They could pull it off whenever they wanted and put it back on with no problems. So I started off with about three different styles of headbands,
Mm-hmm.
and they sold really well. They sold really well, but now, like I said, you have to reinvent yourself, because how many different wigs can a person have? You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? You have to
Right.
now figure out what is the next step. And that's what I do with my business. Even though I'm here, I got to think about next quarter. What are we doing? Planning is the key. You have to set goals for yourself, and you have to plan on how you're going to achieve those goals. So that planning was definitely something that helped me, because I went from three headband wigs to now over 70 ready to wear units in different colors and different lengths. I have hair products as well. Hair products, oh my goodness. I have to have a good 40 different hair products that we use on natural hair, that we use on the units themselves.
Mm-hmm.
to install the units. We have products, and we've added hot tools to help style the products,
Okay.
and different like customizations, because a lot of my customers love color. They love
That
yes,
would be
yes,
me.
yeah. So I
Okay.
had to, and by the way, I have never been to school for cosmetology.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Okay.
Yes.
I would have thought that you had. Now everything that I do, like I color my own hair. I'm self taught, but I'm just in my kitchen doing my hair. You've never gone to school for cosmetology.
No, ma'am.
Okay. I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I'm impressed. So now, in the reinvention of yourself, and explain to them what you mean by reinvent. It's not like you come up and you become a whole new person, but your business model, I'm sure you have to make sure you stay competitive and
Yeah,
ahead of the next person, because it can the market can become saturated at times with different products.
it is. But one thing I learned about business, and I had to figure this out. I hired a business coach that definitely helped me so much. She was very essential in helping me dig into me. Like
Hmm.
it has to be deeper than I want to start a business and make money. It has
Right.
to be deeper than that for you to be successful. Um, so when I say reinvent yourself, it's meaning, okay, when I started with the headband wigs, I needed to get to know my community and who my customer was, because
Hmm.
everybody cannot be your customer, right?
Right.
Everybody can't. And I knew that I wanted to service women of a mature age,
Hmm.
um, that lost hair. I have most of my customers lost hair, um, and they need to wear wigs. It's a
Hmm.
need for them. So I needed to be the brand that provided the need and not the want. Um, but at the same time, yes, I'm giving you the opportunity to get your wig, but let's work on getting your natural hair together.
That
So
part.
yes, because we
Hmm.
got to take care of our hair underneath there,
Right.
right? Um, so I thought of that, um, as one of our strategies to help everyone, because some people don't wear wigs at all. So I
Hmm.
wanted to provide for anybody that needs hair care, your natural hair, your wigs, your products. And I also teach for free.
Okay.
If you get a wig, because I kept saying, what can I do differently that the other, like you said, the competition? I've bought so many wigs myself from commercial companies, and when I get it, I didn't know what to do with it.
Hmm.
I couldn't pick up the phone and call anybody there and ask them how to do it.
Right.
So I would have to pay someone to do it. So I said, I have to do something different. And what I thought was, let me teach these women, when they purchase from me, it goes beyond the purchase. And I will help you. If you
Hmm.
need help putting your wig on or taking care of it, I provide those services free of charge to my customers. And they come back. My returning customer rate is like 84%.
That's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an important part, because a lot of people just think cover up. Just like with makeup, we teach skincare is the most important part of your makeup. Your
Yes,
hair care, even though you're covering up, you still have to promote healthy scalp, healthy hair, and perhaps eventually get your hair to grow, you
yes.
know. So I commend you for that. Now it's like, and then eventually, when did you get to the point where you felt that you were ready to have people working underneath you? Oh, my girlfriend Lisa said that guarantees you a return. And my cousin Daysta is here. Hi, Daysta.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
When did you get to the point, and what made you decide, okay, not only am I gonna model these wigs and am I gonna sell these wigs, but now I want to have a sisterhood of women promoting my wigs and different looks and things of that nature. How did you get to that part?
So let's talk about that. So when I started, I told you I was a manager and I did not have time to really promote myself.
Mm-hmm.
And with business, you have success and you have things that are not so pretty. If you don't mind me talking about some of those things,
Yeah, definitely.
because there's a lesson in everything that you do. And I sent my wigs out to people. I didn't make them pay me. I just sent them out. Hey, I'll send you this wig if you can promote it, because they're influencers. You had some people that did the job for you, and then some people that you never heard from again. Yeah.
Mm,
So I had to learn that. But what I had to learn first and foremost is I have to lead by example, because I wasn't promoting myself. So before I
okay.
build a team, I have to show them, I have to model what I expect, if I'm making sense. So
Say
I would
that
go,
again. That was an important part. I like that. Say that
yes,
one again.
I knew that I had to model what I expect.
Mm-hmm.
So I started sacrificing some sleep and going live and doing my installs, and teaching others. That intrigued the people that really wanted to be here, a part of this movement. Um, I do interviews. I don't just bring people in because they're an influencer and their following is a non-factor. As long as they have a passion for hair and
Mm-hmm.
they want to do this, I interview them and ask the whys. Why are you doing it? Why do you want to do it? And so far, the team that I have now, I had a big team at one point, but I realized that everybody is not meant to go on the journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
I knew that process of elimination would happen, but I wanted a community of family. So my team is not just a team of ambassadors. We're sisters, we're family. We support each other on and off the camera, and they aid me in supporting my customers as well. So they're all in. We're
Right.
partners. We're pretty much partners at this point. I have
I
about
love that.
five or six. Yeah, I have about 5 or 6 young women. I knew that I could do it myself, but I couldn't focus on the behind the scenes the way I wanted to. To
Mm-hmm.
continue the growth of Main Squeeze Beauty, I needed help, and I prayed for the help, and God sent the help, and right now I'm very, very satisfied with the group of women that I have. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing when you pray? Like, I've been making changes in my personal and my professional life, even though I don't work a regular job. But when you pray and then you start seeing the manifestations of those prayers,
Yes, girl.
like God has really, like literally the last month, God has woken me up out my sleep.
And won't he do it? He will.
4 o'clock in the morning. If you are ready, you don't have to get ready. Get your makeup bag ready. Because if I call and I need you to do a client within 2 hours, if it takes you 2 hours to pack the bag, you're not ready.
Mm.
Did I get my tail up at 4:15 and start packing that bag?
And you should.
Oh, I listen. The manifestations, and if you ask him to lead your order your steps, he will do it with all sincerity in your
Yep.
heart. Don't, not surface prayer, not
Yes.
that surface stuff, but mean it with your heart and soul. He will do it, and I'm a witness to that.
Excuse me.
And I got, you know what, and I want to thank you because I know you're not feeling well and
It's
you
okay.
came on anyway. I That's true commitment and dedication. You did not have to do that. And I just want to thank you for
No
still
problem.
coming on even when you're not at 100%. I appreciate you so much. And look at the smile, y'all. Look at the smile.
Oh, stop it. Can I tell you something? And this is a very intimate. I prayed when things were slow with Main Squeeze Beauty. I said, God, am I supposed to be doing this? What
Mm,
am I doing? This is after I left the job.
mm-hmm,
What am I doing? He said to me, I know you're ready, but are you prepared?
mm,
Meaning that we're going to the next level. Can you handle it?
right.
Because before I used to worry about how many orders I had. Now I'm really like, when I tell you he blows my mind in this brand, I cannot believe it. My cup has runneth over because I had to get prepared. And the things that I had to do again with the research, I had to invest in my brand. I had to take classes. The hair community, like the makeup community is great,
Mm-hmm.
but the hair community is so different. When I tell you these women pour into you because it just blows my mind how they want to help other entrepreneurs doing the same thing they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It blows my mind. But I have taken classes with some of the greats. You know, the Atlanta hairstylists. They are amazing. So
Yeah.
I've taken some of their classes. I have a hair mentor, a business coach, and it has worked out for me tremendously. But the first thing that we have to work on as entrepreneurs is customer service.
Mm-hmm.
My customer service has to be the reason why I stay busy because people love that I am there for them. They
Right.
have someone that they can come and talk to if they have an issue. I always answer. Eventually, my next step is to hire someone to do these things for me. But
Mm-hmm.
right now, I want it to be me because I want hair is intimate for people, and
Right.
I want that experience to be intimate with my customer. If I'm making sense,
Yes, you are.
yeah. So
So Kimberly Jala, I hope I'm pronouncing that. She said we love Main Squeeze Beauty. And my girlfriend Lisa says it's enough room out here for everybody. And I like that you said your customer service because with my makeup business, I'm a traveling makeup artist. And how my goal, because every queen is beautiful that sits in my chair.
yes,
I'm only there to enhance what's there.
yes,
But my goal is always to leave them in a better frame of mind than what I found them. And I had a client this weekend, and when I say my heart was filled to overflowing, she I don't she said I blessed her, but she actually blessed me.
mm-hmm,
You understand what I'm saying? When
yeah,
your customer blesses you just by the gratitude they feel that you took the time to enhance and make them feel special, and because you never know what people are going through. So when I sit there, that queen is a queen. I want her to have an experience. And it
yes,
sounds like that's what you're doing in the hair process.
yes, exactly.
So
I've had
we're on the same level, just different commodities.
I've had some women who never put a wig on themselves. They
Hmm.
watch myself and my ambassadors, like Kimberly, Lady KJ down there, Kimberly Jallo. She's one of my ambassadors. Amazing, amazing. I love her too.
Okay. Oh,
Right? I love her. But they watch us during the lives, and they actually pick up the tips and do it themselves. And they send me pictures. And sometimes I just cry because this woman had no hair. And she's looking at herself and she's like, I'm beautiful with or without it. But when I put this on, nobody can tell me anything.
right.
They feel empowered. It's like a sense of power. And I love that for them. That's what I love the most of my customers when they're happy with investing in my brand and in themselves. So that
Exactly.
right there is very important to me. Yeah.
It's the empowerment for me as well. When they sit there and it's nothing makes me feel better than when I go to a queen and hi Denise. When I go to a queen and when she first sits in my chair, she may be it's like the world has just stomped all over her that day. And as I sit, and I'm one of the makeup artists, I'm not one of those makeup artists that won't let you see. I let you see every step of the way, because I'd rather you tell me no, I want it a little bit lighter, then I get all the way to the end, and then I got to figure out how to correct something that is
Yeah.
different. Hi Tay, how are you? Um, but when I show them step by step and gradually I see those shoulders coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and then that smile start, and then they sit straight up, and because you never know when the last time, first of all, that person may have even had communication with another human being. That's number
Exactly.
one. And then let alone a positive interaction.
Yep.
So it's a blessing to be a blessing. That's what I
It
say.
is. It is.
So we have Tay from Tay's Things on with us, and we have my Jason. Jason is from my DJ community. I have a TikTok DJ that I
Oh
jam with in
wow.
the morning. Yes, girl, you got to
Hi
check him out,
everybody.
DJ DNA of Connecticut. Girl, he gets my mornings off right,
All
okay?
right now.
But it's a blessing to be a blessing, and I just when I bring people on, I either try to bring people doing positive things in the community, entrepreneurs that are also doing positive things in the community, people empowering other people, and or people just with good attitudes. You embody all of that. It was a
Thank you.
no-brainer that I
Thank
asked you to
you.
be on.
I appreciate it. I do.
It was a no-brainer for me. Like, I sit and I watch and I wait for God to tell me to move. I've been watching for a minute,
Yes.
but I also wait for God to tell me to move, because you can move on your own violation and it won't be right. But when you wait for him to tell you, it comes just the way it's supposed to come
Exactly.
across.
Yeah.
You know? So I just, in doing this, what are your words of wisdom to anyone that wants to start their business, on those days that you just be like, you know what, I just can't do this, I'm ready to throw in the towel? How do you reel yourself back in?
First, God in business. That's the first part. God gives you the peace that surpasses all understanding. Listen to me.
Amen.
So you have to put God in your business first. You
Mm-hmm.
will not be able to cope. Like it's not for the weak. Running a business, especially and you have to have patience. You can't look for it to happen right now, because for my brand, this is a ministry for women. It's not just hair. It is
Right.
a ministry for women. And for you to reap the benefits of your brand, you have to pour into other people.
Right.
That that is the gist of Main Squeeze Beauty. It's pouring into these people, right? And when
Right.
I've accomplished that, I will reap what I've sown. I am right now because I was faithful to what God assigned to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
know everyone has different faith and beliefs, but for me, it was putting God first and just having faith and just you got to walk through the fire, man. It's not easy. It's not going to happen overnight. And also another thing, because I do have days where I'm like, whoa, this is it. I'm going back to work. But you know what? God is not going to let me move like that. And He has surrounded me with some amazing women that won't let me either. So I have moral support. I can pick up the phone and call Lady KJ and say, girl, I'm done. This is my last day. And she's going to pour into me. And they speak biblically to me and through God. I'm so blessed to have that, because without it, it's easy to quit. It's easy to
Right.
quit.
It's easy to
It's
quit.
hard to endure, but it's definitely easy to quit. But I'm not a quitter. I've never been a quitter. I dedicated 20 something years to a company, and I can do this.
So you can
For,
invest that in yourself. If you can give it
yes,
to somebody else, you can definitely give it to yourself.
you have to. You'd have to learn how to balance the scales and know that you're going to have, I do everything in bite-sized chunks. Each quarter is something different. You need to plan, look at yourself. I'm sorry.
That's okay, baby.
Look at yourself last year at this time. What can you do differently this time? You have to. It's all about planning to me. It's
Mm-hmm.
the planning. But if you don't put the work in, God can't do anything for you. Faith without works is
It's
dead, baby.
dead.
Listen to me. You got to do something too. You can't just pray and wait for it to fall out the sky. You got to
Right.
put your footwork in motion. And you have to, I think, as a brand owner, you have to be authentic and you have to be personable and you have to be real.
Mm-hmm.
People see through that.
Exactly.
People will not invest in you just because of who you are. You can have the best products, but just because of you not doing and pouring into them, they don't want to invest with you. So you have to pour back into them and you have to have a sense of urgency with your customer service. I have
Mm-hmm.
to stress that your customer service, most people talk about my customer service more than my hair. I'm not gonna lie.
I
They
can
love it.
believe that. You put your
They
heart
love
and
it here.
soul in it.
You have to. And you're gonna make mistakes. Um, Everything's not gonna be perfect. I still have days. Sometimes I'll start working on a wig, and it looks beautiful, and once it dries, it's not what I expect it to be. I gotta start all over again. So
Mm-hmm.
what do I gotta call that customer, and I have to communicate. Hey, give me a couple of days. You have to keep an open line of communication. And when I go live, I try to show who I am so they know who they're buying from. Not a phantom, not a website where you can't talk to anybody. If something's wrong, you send an email and get no response. I want them to know that there's a
A real
line of
live
communication.
person.
Mm-hmm.
One of the hardest things for me to do, because I've told people that I'm a chronic pain sufferer. I've had 2 back surgeries. I need a third. But
Mm,
but whenever I come live, they see this. And one of the hardest things I had to do, but speaking on that authenticity piece,
mm-hmm.
God told me you have to let them see you in your pain, because you're telling them that you're a chronic pain sufferer, but you're coming on all polished. And
Yep.
they're looking like that's not what my pain looks like. And it was making some people feel less than.
Mm,
And one day, and sometimes me and God be fighting because I be trying to negotiate what he telling me to do, and what I want to do. And he be like, and until I do it the way he tells me to do it, nothing goes right. So
that's
me
right.
and him negotiated for about 2 3 weeks. Nothing went right. And finally, honey, I got on with a baseball cap, sniveling and snotting. Cause it was a
Oh,
bad day. It was a bad pain day. Some days are
yeah.
really bad. And I was like, this is what chronic pain looks like.
Sorry,
And
honey.
I swear I got more feedback, and people were like saying to me, my girlfriend is laughing at me talking about you Lisa, I've always been a negotiator.
I'm done.
But I had more people identify because they heard me saying it, but I would only come live when I was feeling well. I would only come live when I could be jovial. I could only come live when I
Mm-hmm.
could end up looking like this. But what about them days, which is 99.9% of the times, when I feel like crap? And I was making them feel, it's almost like, I hate to say this and I'm not judging, but those people that'll go get weight loss surgery and then take all of these pictures in the gym like they did it in the gym and never tell that they had the surgery,
That part.
you know, and that's how I was appearing. But after that, I got more support after I had, and on my YouTube channel you can go back and see, and it was not pretty, and it was the ugly cry, girl. When I tell you, it was nothing cute about it, okay?
Yes, girl.
But that's what God told. And after I did it, when I say the blessings and the manifestations of everything I have been praying about
And
start
you know what?
happening.
You doing that because I've done that on my live. Sometimes I'm telling you, it's hard. Sometimes, and you know how it is preparing for a live. It's a
Hmm.
lot of work.
Right,
People don't understand. You're trying to balance your life, and then you got to go live, and you have to get yourself together. And
right.
sometimes I might have had a real bad day, and I'm like, I can't go on here. I'm going to cancel. But when you hit that button and your community is in there, sometimes you just surround yourself with people that you can be transparent. Hey, girls, I'm having a bad day.
And they shift your attitude. They are a
The whole
blessing to
atmosphere
you. The
shifts. It
whole
does.
atmosphere changes.
It does.
Like
Yes.
they're there for me. They tell me I'm there for them, but sometimes I need them more than they need me.
Exactly.
You know, Kimberly said fee is going to give you the best services when it comes to your purchases. I can believe that, Kimberly.
I am.
I wish that I would say that I would take care of the hair, but I know me.
That's
Sunglasses and
terrible,
hair.
girl. I'm gonna help you.
Girl, but like Fee makes me want to get the baddest purple wig. But
Yes, girl,
but if
do
I
it.
took this camera, look, my Timu wigs that I got for content, just for
Uh-uh.
they were Timu wigs, girl.
The
Cause I
level of
know I'm not gonna
disrespect.
take care of them. When I say I literally throw them in the top of my jewelry thing after it's
That's
over,
bad. That's bad.
it's really bad, Fee. But at least I'm honest. I yeah. It's not a good situation.
Yeah, you got some work to do, girl. You
Yeah, I
got some
have
work
some
to
work to
do.
do in that. But if I ever get to the point that I'm going to invest, I know where I'm coming. And if I
Absolutely.
ever hear somebody say they need, I know where I'm sending
Oh,
them.
thank you, sweetie.
I know where I'm sending them. So
Thank
now, look, I ain't even gonna lie. It's time. I'm starting to hurt. I did a live and I need to take my medicine. Is there anything that you would like to say in closing? Anything that you feel your public needs to know? Anything, any events or anything that you want them to know about? I'm gonna let you close it out.
Okay. First I want to thank you. I can't thank you enough. I felt so honored. I was like, me? But I know you're good people, so I definitely said yes immediately to you. And I'm a little sick, so I thank you for your patience
Oh,
with me. But what I want to say to anyone that is looking, even if you're an influencer, like some people want to be a full time influencer, and that's okay too, because you're still an entrepreneur. Consistency and dedication
mhm.
is definitely something you have to wear as a badge of honor. In order for people to trust you, they depend on you to show up.
Right.
They depend on you to show up. I'm sorry. And
That's
it's okay. It's okay to take breaks. But for me, out of sight is out of mind.
mm-hmm.
I'm not going to take a break. I'm going to pray. I'm going in my prayer closet for the strength to keep going before I take a break. And that's just how I operate. Stay motivated. Surround yourself with a circle of people that love what you're doing
Mm-hmm.
as much as you,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are key factors. And never, ever, don't give up because you don't know what you can do if you stop. Once you stop, that's it. It's always, what if? I don't do what ifs.
Right.
I'm going to. This is mine. This is what I'm going to do. And I want to help other people that are in business. Support other businesses. It's
That
important.
part.
It is important, even on my own platform where I do hair. I do makeup and I shout out my sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Like respect the crown, honey. That holy ground, baby. She
She
take
ain't no joke.
she takes some age off these 53-year-old eyes. Listen to me.
She ain't no joke.
I like
Baby, did you wait? You gotta try to put the holy grail in your concealer. Just a smidgen on your brush in your concealer before you
no
put
way.
baby, look at these eyes. Look at
Wow.
the It's a
Y'all so
game
creative, I tell you.
changer.
But I do. I love her. Respect the Crown and Lashing Out Glam. Blend with Erlen. You know, Blend with Erlen. That's my baby right there.
Yes, yes.
That's my boo right there.
I
You
love
know,
looking at the pictures of her when you go to her retreats. Hi, Bridget. How are you, babe?
we had we had an amazing time, Miss Wanda, at the retreat. It's not just a bunch of women getting together.
Mm.
It's love. It is so much love. When I tell you, when you leave there, you feel refreshed and made anew. I can't make it up. I
You
can't
can
wait for
feel
next year.
the energy from the pictures. Robin, your
Yeah.
Robin just came on. Hi, Robin. I
Hi,
love
Robin.
Robin
My
and her
girls are
spirit.
coming.
Yes,
Hi,
I
y'all.
love Robin. Oh my goodness. But you can feel that's what I like about it because eventually I want to have Erilyn on as well.
Yes.
You can feel the love. Like you
Yep.
can feel the authenticity. I can't be around a group of childish women. And I'm
Mm-mm.
not judging anyone, but you have a lot of grown children and then you have women. I only deal in women.
That's right.
You
And
know.
you know what's so phenomenal about that? It's always about 17 of us in one house, cooking in
Mm,
the same kitchen. And you know when they say too many women in the kitchen, it's going to be
a
some
problem, but you
drama?
don't have that problem.
Never. Never.
And I bet
We
you the food
pray.
off the chain.
The food was so good, girl. I called myself on a diet. It went straight out the window. I tell you, boy. I tell you. Listen, I got to start all over again, but it was well worth it. So yeah. But any events next month? Well, September 29th will be our official third year. Um, and we will be doing an anniversary live,
Okay.
a live giveaway for some hair, some products. Maybe you'll win a wig, Wanda. Who knows, right?
Okay.
Um, I will make an official announcement as to what day I'm going to do it and what time. Um, yeah, that part. And I will be opening up my ambassador team a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I want to add some more people and give them an opportunity to come over and see what they want to do, for themselves. Our ambassadors, if you don't mind me talking about my
Of course
program,
not.
um, our ambassadors, it's a paid program. So you make commission
Mm-hmm.
for, when you get your discount code, you do get paid for your time. I don't want anyone to feel like they're doing something in vain. But I don't have people on my team that even care about it because they didn't want that. A lot of them didn't even want it, but I wanted to give that to them for pouring into my brand. So
Mm,
yes, and we help each other.
right.
That's the thing. You got to lift while you climb in anything you do. You got
Mm-hmm.
to reach up and pull that sister with you, and that's what
Exactly.
we do, right? That's what we do. Um, and I look forward to next year. We are didn't even tell you a six-figure brand, back to back, back to
To
back.
God be the glory.
Back to back, 2 years straight, we've been a six-figure brand with these 10 fingers
You go,
and these
girl.
beautiful queens that I have on my team helping me because I can't do it by myself.
I
So,
am so proud of you and so
yeah,
honored
thank
to
you.
know you. And
Thank you.
anytime you want to promote on my business page in the group,
Oh,
you are welcome to do so. Robin can tell you. Like she promotes
okay.
my group page all the time. If you
Okay.
ever need a platform to announce something, it's always available. Just reach
Oh,
out to
thank
me.
you.
You
You're so
always got
sweet. You've
that.
always been a sweetheart, though. Thank
Oh,
you so
thank
much,
you.
Wanda.
I give what I get and what I feel. Because I feel like if there was something I needed from you, I could come to you and say,
Yes, you could.
and it would be reciprocated.
And it would.
And and it's enough out here for all of us. And that's what, like, just like with Denise and I, we do the same thing. Both of us are in Baltimore. We're traveling makeup artists. We call ourselves the dynamic duo of makeup. We don't
Wow.
compete, we collaborate.
That's
You
what you're
know,
supposed to do.
So once we get more women like-minded, instead of feeling like I want you to do better but not better than me, and we
Mm.
all see that we can all get a piece of the pie.
Amen.
I'm for uplifting my race, my people, my sisters.
I thank you.
So with that, I'm just going to say, as you go about your day, if you see a queen and her crown is a little tilted, it's falling to the floor, she doesn't have one, do whatever you can to help that queen get a crown on her head and aligned properly. And then whatever you did to help that queen get that crown on her head, whether it was straighten it up, or whether it was purchase one, whether it was loan her one, zip your lip. Do not feel the need to tell somebody else what you did to help get that queen in position. If she feels the need to tell the story, if she wants to, that's her business. But don't you go telling that queen's business.
That's right.
And with that, you're showcasing beautiful. Oh, thank you, Robin. And with that, I'm gonna say peace. Remember, the enemy separates and we unify. Peace and blessings. I love you to life. I don't say I love you to death because there's too much of that going around. I
Mm-hmm.
love you to life, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Thank you, Wanda.
Oh, I appreciate you, and feel better, beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, thank everybody for joining. I appreciate you and your time. It's not lost on me that you could have been anywhere else and you spent a moment with me, and I thank you. I love you, and I'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.